Hi guys, so I am back with another vlog. Today is a little bit different than my previous vlog, which is just me complaining about having COVID for a week. But today I'm actually going to talk through on how to set your goals correctly, and I'm going to be using the performance planner to show you how to do it. So for those of you who don't know, I created the performance planner last year because I was coaching a lot of clients and they felt really anxious and overwhelmed and stressed with their tasks, and a lot of them were facing burnout. And one of the reasons that I found was common in between them was that they weren't setting their goals correctly, and because they were so unrealistic, they weren't achieving them, and that was causing them to feel really anxious and stressed, and actually causing them to work really hard some weeks and then just not want to work the other weeks. So I created a template that I found really helped them and has helped me, and I want to talk you through that template today. So the performance planner is available to buy online, but I'm going to talk you guys through the template today. So even if you don't want to buy it and you don't see it as something that you want to get right now, you can write down all the things that I talk about in this video, and you can pop it into your own notepad, or you can write it on a sheet of paper, and then you can just follow the same template every day. So yeah, but if you do want to buy it, I will link it in the comments as well, and I'll be very grateful to anybody who does. So the performance planner is basically a 3-month planner, and it helps you identify your goals, it helps you break them down, and then it also helps you to focus on your mindfulness every single day as well. So at the start of every month, and I'm just going to start on the 3rd month because I haven't used it yet, is a quote. And so this is the quote that's at the start of the 3rd month. And then next to it, what you have is, it just says, write down your monthly goals. So these are your big picture goals that you want to write down. And then directly below, you want to break those goals down and then just write them in this space here. So let's say, for example, you want to have a goal of learning French for the month. Then you would write down, I want to learn French this month. When you break it down, you need to really understand, how much do you want to learn? What do you want to focus on? Are you going to follow a course? Are you going to use an app? Are you going to go for lessons? And I think really understanding the specifics behind it is really, really important. And so what I do is I write down one wider goal, so one big picture goal, and then I break it down. I don't write down like 6 or 7 big picture goals and then try to break them down, because I feel that I get overwhelmed at that point and I think, gosh, I've set myself up to do so much more than I anticipated. And actually, when I'm breaking down the tasks into smaller tasks, I'm realizing that it's not really that manageable. So I would recommend that you stick to 3 or 4 goals. What I do is I focus one on my professional life, I focus one on my content stuff like my podcast, my YouTube, anything like that. I focus on another one, and then I focus one on like my health and fitness. So one of my goals this month is to focus more on stretching out my body and also just like focusing on toning up. So one of the things that I want to do is Pilates or yoga, because I really want to focus on my breath work, because I think that's something I just don't do. And then another one of my goals is to make sure I'm drinking more water. So if I put that down that every day I have to drink 2 litres of water or 3 litres, whatever it is, and I know that I need to do that, then I can feel that it's more manageable and I can track that too. So yeah, so I would write down each of your goals and then break them down in the box below. And you can do this, like I said, on a piece of paper or anything else. And then one thing I think is really helpful in the performance planner that's really helped me is planning out all of your activities for each week of the month. So here we have 4 weeks, and each of the boxes represents 1 week. And what you write down here is, okay, so I've got all my goals that I need to achieve. I've broken down what needs to be done. Now, when am I going to do it? So let's say you want to learn French. So you need to write down every Tuesday and Wednesday, or whatever days I'm going to be learning French. So in week 1, Tuesday and Wednesday evenings is for me to be learning French. Every Thursday I'm going to be doing Pilates, let's just say as an example for me. And then another goal could be I want to film a YouTube video every day. So actually every Monday and Friday, I want to film a YouTube video, I want to record a podcast. So every week you can really understand, actually, what am I going to hit? When am I going to do it? And like I said, you can do this for like 1 week, you can just focus on one particular thing, depending on what your goal is. And then the next week you can focus on another thing. So let's say I had to release or edit loads of my podcast videos. Then week 1 could just be like editing podcast videos and that's it. But actually having those tasks broken down and then knowing when in the month you're going to do them is really powerful. So the next page is my favorite page of all time because I love an overview, as you must know. And here what you can see is every day of the week. So you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you've got other notes. And in here, what I like to do is write down all my social plans, so that once I figure out the things that I need to go to, like my social plans or my work schedule, whatever it is, then I can understand how much time in the week do I have to focus on my goals, on the external things that I've put in there. And what that really helps me do is draw out exactly how much time I have to hit each of those things. So that, let's say in the first week I've set myself up to do 5 or 6 tasks, but I've got social plans 3 nights a week, I know that's not going to work. So it can help me go back and reflect on if my goals are actually reachable and if they're actually achievable. And then at the beginning of every week, I always refer back to this page, which is the month page, and see, okay, what did I set myself up for in week 2? And then I turn the page onto week 2, which will, at the start of every week, you always have this overview. So I turn back to this page and I see, okay, well, actually I set myself up to do this, but this week I have more time, so maybe I can do a little bit more. So in that way, the planner is very fluid, and it's really great because you can go back and check on the things that you wanted to achieve at the start of the month, and you're always constantly reminded by them, which for me really helps. So then I'm going to take you through what I fill out every day. So this is the page that you fill out every day. It takes about 5 minutes, and I found it to be really, really powerful. So you start with listing the tasks of your days and tasks of the day. And that could be like, you can put your meetings in there or the actions that you need to complete. If you're an entrepreneur, you can put down the actions you need to do, whatever you want to do. And I number them from here. So I think there's 10 on there. So I number them every day. And then I basically prioritize them in the prioritization matrix, which makes you realize, okay, what do I want to do first? What do I need to do later? What do I want to delegate? And actually, what tasks do I really need to eliminate? So that's really great in terms of prioritizing your work. And then also, I love time blocking because it's just got so many benefits to really understand how you're splitting up your day. So I have a time slot where I allocate all the tasks to as well. And then here, everybody knows the benefits of gratitude. When you wake up and you say what you're grateful for, your day just is so much better, because if you're focusing on what's good in your life, you're not really focusing on anything that's bad that's happening. And I just truly believe that if you focus on the good, then good things happen to you. And then underneath that is your affirmations as well. So, I firmly believe what you think of yourself, what you say to yourself, how you talk to yourself really impacts you, and it really impacts your day. So starting the day with just setting 6 affirmations, and they could be anything. Sometimes I just go on TikTok and I write TikTok affirmations for success or for love or for happiness or whatever mood I'm feeling in. I write them in there every single day, and that has really helped me to just start my day on a much more positive note. And whenever I'm feeling anxious, I just write down any positive affirmations and they automatically make me feel better. Now, this is the bit that I think people don't really talk about, and it's my favorite piece to do every single day. So here I've got, what can I change or improve in the day? And what did I do well and what did I enjoy? And just reflecting every single day on something that you enjoyed or something that you did well or something that you can change or improve. It just helps me to continuously improve. And it really makes me feel really aware of my strengths, because I think a lot of the time, if somebody asks you, what are you good at? You don't know. But if you write down every single day something that you enjoyed or something that you did well, then you start to become more aware of your strengths, and you start to understand more of the things that you love. And for somebody who's looking to find their purpose or their passion and they're unhappy in their job and they don't know where to start, it's just the perfect way to start to think about, what do I like? What do I enjoy? What do I want to do more of? And then you can start to really understand, well, okay, how can I start to get paid for it? How can I grow this into a business? But ultimately, I think if you're feeling really unhappy or you're feeling stuck, the first place to start is, where are your strengths? What do you really love to do? And then the piece around what can you change or improve? Every day I feel that I focus on the negative of my day and I think, oh, I wish I did that better. But then I'm not reminded of it, so I don't act on it and I don't perhaps change it. But writing it down every single day, it helps me to actually note down all the things that I want to change and improve. And because I've written it down and I've physically written it out, it really sticks in my brain, so that the next time that situation happens, I try to actually change it. And what I really love with the performance planner is at the end of every week, there's a whole section for you to write down, if I can find it, there's a whole section for you to write down actually all the things that you did well and all the things that you enjoyed and all the things that you can improve or change, so that if you ever have some time and you're feeling really low, you've actually got a whole page of things that you've done really well, and you've got a whole page of things that you've enjoyed. So if you're feeling stuck in that moment, you can just turn back to this page and you'll see throughout the week everything you love doing and everything you're good at. And the same as well, you know, if you've got some goals that you want to set for the following week and you think, well, actually I've got a bit more time, well, have a look at one of the things that you've put that you want to improve or change, because then you can actually move the things that you've put what in that column about improving and changing into the column of the things that you did well or you enjoyed. So this was the performance planner. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's also another notes page here as well for any scribbles that anybody wants to write down. But I really hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, I'm happy for anyone to use the template on a notepad or anything, but if you would like to buy a performance planner, that would be great to have your support. If anyone has any questions around it, please just write your comments in the comment section below. And yeah, if you like the video, please like, subscribe and share. But I hope you all have a good day and I will speak to you soon. Bye.